We're going to have a bit of a rant video today because I'm actually fairly angry after the end of the Diablo stream and all the crap I've been dealing with, and I've been really thinking about everything that's been going on with that. And I'm not going to show any Diablo content on this. This is just going to be me ranting and bitching for about a few hours. Um, I'm just gonna give my opinion on Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred slash Crashes and the content and everything that I've been through. So I paid for the initial expansion. I was kind of enjoying the content, but the thing I realized is I was enjoying the older content, not the newer content. The newer content I played in the season, and I went through it all in I probably cleared the entire season in a week. The actual expansion content probably would have been just a few hours worth of content. It ends abruptly, and I thought that it was a couple of filler quests, to prepare you to fight the final boss of the game, and then it turns out the final boss of the expansion was the thing previously, and the whole cutscene showing uh, what happens at the end, and those who watch it know it is basically just the end of it. You don't get to fight the final form. You don't get to do anything like that. It feels like they just cut this expansion in half, and this expansion is really more of a DLC than an expansion. It's not worth the $100 that they asked for the Ultimate Edition. Honestly, it's barely worth the 40 that they asked for because it's more of a DLC, which should have been sold for about $20 than it is an actual expansion. There's not a lot of content to it. You get one new zone, which is kind of okay, it's there, but it's pretty small for the most part. It's no different than the other zones. You get a very short main story, a handful of side quests. You get the repeatable nightmare dungeon, and you get the co-op citadel, and that's really it. Other than the season content, you're not getting a whole lot. And some people may think the repeatable content's fine because in the end, it's a Diablo game. It's about the loot grind, but that's if you can be on long enough to actually do the loot grind without the plethora of game breaking bugs that just completely fuck over your experience. Um, Case in point, I've had everything from mobs without names. It even comes up with a missing rare name error showing up. I've had invincible bosses without a health bar, without a name, that just completely brick my runs. And then we have the fact that the game crashes every hour to 2 hours, just randomly for no reason. There's no consistent reason. The only thing I can think of is there's some sort of a memory leak going on in the game because it's fairly consistent after about 2 hours of play. Sometime shortly after that, it's going to crash, and this has been happening consistently. Tons of people are posting about it in the forums. All of these different bugs. People are even losing their mythic uniques from the crash. Like they crash and then all of their uniques are gone. They crash and the loot that should have been put into the chest in the emergency, oh my god, your stuff crashed, isn't there either. Um, and you can check the Blizzard forums and find these posts on there. And some people are saying that you can roll back your drivers and that might fix the crash, but I've tried that and it didn't fix the crash. It still happens. So at this point, I've just re-updated my drivers again. It's just a buggy mess. It's short. There's not a whole lot of content. It hasn't been properly QA'd because these are things that I can consistently repeat. I'm a developer. I've worked on this stuff for years. I know how to find repeatable bugs, and I've consistently crashed this game just by sitting there. every 2 hours. It just crashes. And I find it hard to believe that a QA team member wouldn't have found that. So I know this game, this expansion was rushed. It was pushed out the door, probably because some investor wanted a little extra padding in their pocket. And granted, these are opinions, these aren't facts. Like I said, this is a fucking rant. But I'm at a point where I'm sick of getting content like this. I pay a lot of money to you guys, and a lot of people pay a lot of money to you guys. And this is what we're getting for our money. And it's getting to a point that as a consumer and as a customer, we're getting very, very angry with the stuff that you guys are putting out. And what's going to end up happening is we're just going to stop buying your products. And then maybe you'll listen. Or you'll have another layoff again and give the higher-ups a bonus. That's typically what happens with AAA corporations these days, is you fire the people that are needed to fix the problem so that you can give yourself a Christmas bonus. But at this point, I'm done. I'm not going to play Diablo 4 anymore. It's too unstable, and I've had too many of my runs ruined by these bugs. I've lost drops, and honestly, even the loot, I haven't seen really great loot in a long time. Like, I know most of it's garbage and it's trash, and you run it over and over and over again because that's how they get you on the little hamster wheel, is dangling that carrot on a stick, hoping that you might actually get something nice. But it's gotten to a point that everything is, it's not fun anymore. It's just frustrating. It just angers me. And the constant crashing is the final straw. The invincible bosses that never die, the crashing, the fact that like entire runs just constantly get ruined because of these bugs. It's just not fun anymore, and I'm done. I guess I'll go back to streaming Minecraft. At least that's stable, because we play in the Java version before Microsoft got it. But with that, I'm sorry, this is a rant video. I just needed a vent. And comment what your thoughts are on the whole thing. Like if you like it, dislike if you dislike it. I want to know how many other people are dealing with these problems, and see if it's more than just me, because Blizzard doesn't care, but I care. And I want to know. So, try to have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.